You're fired!
It's still acceptable when WWE releases talents who have been underutilized or inactive for months, but why would you let go of talents who are in the middle of entertaining storylines? Well, guess we'll never know. I'm Jeremy, and here are 5 WWE superstars who were released abruptly. Number 5, Daniel Bryan. Today, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, is one of the biggest active professional wrestling stars in the world. It's fair to say that a good chunk of the credit behind his success goes to WWE. However, things could have been very different had the company not reinstated Bryan weeks after firing him in June of 2010. Yes, it's true, the 5-time WWE World Champion got released for acting a bit too violently during his first appearance as a part of the Nexus, almost choking Justin Roberts with his tie while millions of fans were watching the show live. Directly went against WWE's PG policy, and they decided to let Bryan go. The angle responsible for Bryan's firing was done to set up the group's feud with John Cena over the summer. Probably realizing the mistake of letting someone of his potential out of WWE, they rehired Bryan, and he returned at SummerSlam in 2010 as a surprise 7th member of Team Cena. Number 4, Malcolm Bivens. In an era where the artistry of wrestling managers isn't given much importance, Malcolm Bivens has been a delight to watch. During his NXT run, he managed a number of superstars, with his most prominent stint coming due to his association with the Diamond Mine. Bivens proved to be a priceless addition to the faction. His humorous demeanor offered a much-needed contrast to the otherwise serious tone of the group, led by Roderick Strong. Unfortunately, Bivens got released from his WWE contract last month just as problems within Diamond Mine began surfacing. Although his release came as a shock initially, it would be then revealed that the group's mouthpiece had denied an offer to renew his WWE contract. Number 3, Dexter Lumis. The Performance/Capital Wrestling Center era of NXT exposed the wrestling audience to the unrivaled talent of Dexter Lumis. His stock further skyrocketed once he started to feud with The Way and formed a romantic alliance with Indy Hartwell. At one point, it looked like he would emerge as the breakout star of NXT. However, following the revamp of NXT and the influx of new talent, the tortured artist started moving down the card. And as we know, last month, alongside Malcolm Bivens and several other NXT talents, he was released from the company. At the time of his release, he was in a storyline with Indy Hartwell, which saw them trying to one-up the power couple of Duke Hudson and Persia Pirotta, who was also released. In a very rare WWE moment, the 38-year-old's absence was acknowledged by his on-screen wife Indy on NXT after his release. Number 2, Nash Carter. The first half of 2022 has been quite a rocky period for NXT. Apart from the aforementioned releases, the brand lost one of its reigning champions back in April. Yes, the champion being referred to here is Nash Carter of MSK. Carter, along with his partner Wes Lee, won Tag Team Gold at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. However, their second run with the titles didn't last as long as the first. Carter was fired mere days later after a controversial photo of him surfaced on the web. The 28-year-old was feuding with Imperium and the Creed brothers during his final few weeks in WWE. It remains to be seen how his abrupt release will affect his former MSK partner in the long run, who has made very few appearances since the sudden title loss. Number 1, Jeff Hardy. One of the biggest wrestling stories heading into 2022 was the WWE release of Jeff Hardy. He was let go after not seemingly being in the state to wrestle a match during a live event, which raised concerns about his well-being. While Hardy's booking throughout 2021 disappointed many of his fans, it finally started looking as if things were about to change for the better towards the end of the year. The 5-time Intercontinental Champion was easily getting the biggest pops on a weekly basis. He formed an alliance with Drew McIntyre to feud with Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. There were also rumors about his alliance paving the way for Hardy to challenge for the Universal Championship. Well, as you all know by now, none of that happened owing to the sudden release. These were a disappointing turn of events, but seemingly one Hardy thought needed to happen. Here's hoping that the charismatic enigma gets to enjoy a fulfilling run in AEW.
And that's our video for the day. If you enjoyed it, like the video, drop into the comments, and share it with your friends. For more such videos like this, subscribe to WrestleBinge by Sportskeeda.
Yeah.